969-7268. Follow the show on Twitter at sportscast_THN. That's sportscast_THN. It's the Sportscast on the Rant Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Sportscast. Can you hear me? Am I on? Good to go? All right, back in the Sportscast. Wednesdays, 12 to 2. Give us a call. 855-969-RANT is the number. You guys can watch us live right now, rantradionetwork.com. Check out all the goodness, guys. Bringing it as usual. A lot of stuff going on in sports today. Some crazy breaking news right down to the hour right now involving Aaron Hernandez. We'll get into that whole situation. Pretty crazy. Again, you guys have a question or comment at any time during the show, give us a call. 855-969-RANT is the number. Knocker back as usual. How was the weekend?
It was good.
It was good?
It was good,
Anything special?
No, not really, man.
Just some normal old dude stuff?
Played some golf on Sunday.
Okay.
As a fill-in. My cousin called me up and
you and your golfing, man. Every single day you're golfing. It's all you do is golfing.
I'm not getting any better, but I'm still having a good time.
If you guys want to send us a tweet, you guys can at sportscast_THN. Again, we got a big show for you guys today. We're going to go over the Stanley Cup. Chicago Blackhawks, one of the greatest Stanley Cup games you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
We're going to get into NBA, some coaching changes. LeBron getting his next ring. MLB, a lot of stuff going on in baseball. That's what's going to be the focus of the next 3 weeks here with everything else on hiatus.
Pretty much.
Until football season starts. So we'll get into a lot of baseball stuff as well. NFL, again, with the Aaron Hernandez situation, we will go over that. We got Wild World of Sports, some NASCAR news. So a lot of stuff on the slate, so stick with us. Again, Rant Radio Network is where you can watch us live. You guys can tune in live on your smartphones on the TuneIn app. It's free to get, so go ahead and get there. All right, first things first. A lot of stuff going on in sports. I don't even know where to start. We'll get into the NHL because, we'll save that Aaron Hernandez stuff for a little later until a little more stuff comes out. So let's get right into it. NHL time, baby. Can you give me some music here? There we go. A little slow. Do we have the intern in there today or what?
Wow.
Is the intern in there?
Wow.
Give me some volume. I want to hear it. There we go.
There we go. Energy.
Get it. All right. NHL, though, one of the greatest games I've ever seen, and we are both huge hockey fans.
Unbelievable.
One of the greatest games I've ever seen. Epic game. Chicago Blackhawks win their second Stanley Cup in 4 years. And it's just one of the craziest things you've ever seen in sports, Knocker. I mean, you've watched a lot of sporting events for a long time.
Well, you know what? Karma. The karma thing bit the Bruins, man. I thought the Bruins comeback against Toronto was, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then it turned around and happened to them.
Yeah, you talk about some karma
in
coming
their
around
own
against you.
backyard, man. We're settling in for Game 7.
Yeah, it was 2-1. It was about a minute left, minute 30 left in the game.
1:16 left.
1:16 left in the game, about 1:30. And you know what? Here come Chicago Blackhawks on the break. And who with the better call? I mean, Emmerich is probably the best hockey announcer. I mean, I love Bob Miller.
Exactly.
With the Kings. You can't
Homer,
deny it. I
but
love
that's
Bob
Homer
Miller.
call.
But Emmerich just brings it. And he, literally makes you on the couch, sit there on your heels, just after every shot hit. It's just intense.
Yeah, he brings intensity. He brings energy. He really he hooks you into the game.
Yeah.
Even if you're a casual fan, just him, just energy. You got to love it.
Well, here we go. Brian Bickle, game-tying shot here.
Kane moves by a couple, steps in and shot one, turned aside. To the bench is Crawford. Extra attacker out in the net, empty. They battle in the corner. It's finessed by Keith around for a feed in front. Score! Taves to Bickle with 1:16 to go in the
Oh! And now, if you're in Boston right now, 2-2, you're like, holy crap. This is really going to happen to us again. It's really going to go down.
Well, you're thinking, okay, well, we screwed up.
We got him in overtime. We'll get him in overtime.
We're going to OT. We're okay.
Not over yet.
We're okay. It's not over yet.
Again, guys, you can watch all the videos at rantradionetwork.com that will be showing today. Unbelievable. Ties up the game. Like you said, if you're sitting there, you're like, okay, we let in a goal. Let's just, recuperate.
Yeah.
Let's get back out there,
Exactly.
win this thing into overtime.
You know what? But unfortunately, their brains went into the locker room with 59 seconds left. I don't know what the hell happened, man.
I mean, and you're sitting there in Boston, and you really just got, if you're coach, did you take a timeout at that point? What do you do as a coach to gather your team?
I wouldn't have taken a timeout.
No?
No, because I don't think it was.
Is this to settle your guys down?
But I don't think they needed settling down. They gave up a goal. In retrospect, he probably should have. But I mean, it's a goal. I mean, you don't think that's okay. There's 51 seconds left. 59 seconds left. We're gonna go to OT.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to panic at that point. But maybe
they should have. Oh, give me some sound.
Hello.
These teams from another overtime. Hasn't happened yet, though. Here's one thrown by Frolik that's blocked away by Rast. Help to the back. Go do your shot deflected. Scramble. They score!
Oh my God!
Ballin! 3-2 with less than a minute to go.
I'm just waiting for him to say, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Again,
Unbelievable. 17 seconds apart. Blackhawks scored 2 goals to win their second Stanley Cup in 4 years. And it's just, and if you're a Boston fan, you're sitting there.
What? Now you know how Toronto felt.
Yeah, now you know how Toronto felt.
What the hell
exactly.
just happened?
What the hell just happened to me? I mean, and Chicago, you got to give it up for them. Never gave up. And it's that never give up mentality. Won them their Stanley Cup. Jonathan Toews takes home the MVP of the series. Mm-hmm. And you got to give it up for Chicago.
Patrick Kane was the MVP.
Oh, Patrick Kane. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They set a couple of records for the fastest.
Alan, give me some air conditioning here. It's getting hot. Can we get some AC? I don't need to lose weight nor I live my fat.
Well, let me get a couple dollars out.
Seriously.
Can you put that in the AC machine for
God.
me and cool us down a little bit?
Chill out.
Sorry, Arnold. I'm chilling out. I'm trying to chill out. It's just getting a little hot in here.
Exactly. But hey, they were the fastest game-tying and game-clinching goals in the history of the NHL, 17 seconds apart. I believe the world record was 1:17. Mm-hmm. Also, it's the latest game-clinching goal in regulation. 59 seconds left. That record was set. It was at 18:02 of the third period back in 1929 by Bill Carson for the Bruins. Mm-hmm. So it goes to show you, man. Anything can happen. That's why hockey is hockey, and nothing else matches.
And this
it.
is what makes sports great. Events and moments like this is why you tune in, you watch these games, these playoff games. It's amazing. Whether it's basketball, we're getting to basketball in just a little bit. Game 7 was awesome with the Heat. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Playoff sports are awesome, and it's just the greatest thing. And make sure you take the time to watch it and enjoy it because stuff like this doesn't happen all the time.
Go ahead.
I was going to say an unfortunate event in the game, and I want to tell you, hockey players are the toughest SOBs.
That's where I was going.
Toughest. I mean, my God, I don't understand how. Football players, they're tough dudes. MMA fighters are tough. But these hockey guys are just amazing. They go out, they'll get cuts, smashes to the face, come out with stitches. You got Brian Shaw, I believe, came out, takes a puck to the face. You can check out the video right now, rantradionetwork.com. And the guy goes down and motionless on the ice.
Okay, I've been watching hockey a long, long time. This is like the first time, maybe the second time, I can't even recall what the other one would be, where an official just panics.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw this guy go down so hard, like he was dead. He stopped the play.
Yeah.
They never stop the play. They never blow the play dead unless he's going to get run over by another player or something like that.
Yeah.
As Boston picked up the puck and they were going in on a scoring chance.
Exactly.
That's how intense this injury was.
Yeah.
And you could see the blood hitting the ice
yeah.
as he's going down. He's motionless, but like you said,
that's where they're going to come in with these face visors.
Get me back in the game.
You know what he did, dude? He's just like, he's in there between periods, man. He's like, come on, Mick. I'm cut, Mick. You got to cut me.
You got to cut me, Mick.
You got to cut me, Mick.
Okay,
Stitches, look at, see the Stitches comes back out. Second period. That's a hockey player, folks.
Yeah. And then at the end of the game, it's bleeding.
Yeah.
He's got the Rambo bleeding.
Blood coming down while he's holding the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
man,
it's
it's awesome, man. Hockey player to the max right there.
You just can't match the toughness of hockey players.
You can't.
Another thing about hockey, they don't get in trouble. You don't see the guys in the NHL getting arrested or in the news very, very few times. It's a rare occurrence where one of them is doing something wrong to the point where he's plastered all over the news, getting arrested and what have you. So kudos to the NHL players. There's some other news.
No, I got some stuff coming on Twitter real quick aimed towards you. You skipped over. You didn't even want to get to it, did you?
Nope.
You saw it. You saw it on our Twitter feed right now. You're like, I'm not going to even read that shit.
I saw it.
Because it's directed towards you, so I'll go ahead and let you read it there, Knocker. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The first one?
Yeah, go ahead. Just start from the bottom because they're directed towards you.
Knocker should listen to that show that was leading into you guys. They were teaching old people how to Facebook.
You shouldn't. You need to take some lessons.
Sportscast going through menopause.
Yeah, because I said I was hot.
flashes?
Yeah, I'm getting hot flashes. They think I'm going through my menopause, I guess.
Menopause.
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 Terribly sexy.
I am.
Yeah, I was gonna let that.
I
little
like
comment
Mark
go by.
Sanchez.
I mean, yeah. Did you see Mark Sanchez over the weekend dancing around with his shirt off? Did you check out that video?
Oh no, I missed that.
No, you
Sorry.
missed that one? I know. We held it for Johnny on
I
the
was
next
busy.
show. Yeah, we're going to give it to Johnny. He's probably sweating all over it.
Him and Gronkowski, they're shirtless dancing
Yeah, him
somewhere
and
together.
Gronk are going off. Yeah. But we got a lot of hockey news, though, actually, going in the offseason here.
Yeah. Philadelphia, big disappointment this year.
Mm-hmm.
Huge disappointment this year. They've decided to eat Briscalo's contract. They signed him 2 years ago to a 9-year, $51 million contract. And 2 years into this thing, they're buying it out.
Oh, man.
In the understatement of the league, Paul Holmgren, the GM, calls it a costly mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, you think?
You are one pathetic loser.
Yeah, you are.
It's going to save him $6 million on the cap for those next 7 years. They already bought out Daniel Briere's contract, a former captain for them. So they're chopping heads. They are not happy there. But
Yeah,
right now,
Philly's not that sports town you really you want to mess up in. We've seen, it's not really the brotherly love city.
the only goalie they have on their roster right now is Steve Mason, former Rookie of the Year. But he
Oh
played
my
in-
God!
Yeah.
Who the hell cares?
Exactly.
Yeah, who the hell cares?
And I love
really?
I love the last line in the report too.
Go ahead.
Steve Mason will compete for the number one goalie job with somebody from outside the organization.
Wow. That's great.
Isn't it great?
Thanks for the information.
They don't even have anybody to compete with them. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, man. And you have basically Tortorella
Oh, I love this.
and Vigneault trading teams.
And we got some a lot of Canadian fans listening to this show because we talk hockey. And man, when that deal went down, I got some messages. They sent me some emails and stuff like that. But they are not happy. There's a lot of them don't want Torts up there.
I can imagine why. I can imagine so. He just doesn't.
But I think you need something like Torts up there because I'm sorry to say it, Canucks. I love you to death. You guys are soft. Mm-hmm. The Canucks have always been soft. It's been the one thing the biggest harp on them is that they're not that physical team, and that's why they can never really. They're a good in-season team, regular season team, because they don't need to get. They can get away with not being very physical. When it comes to playoff time, as we've seen, the physical teams get there. The Blackhawks, the Bruins, the Kings, the guys that are bang bodies around, the Red Wings. I mean, and I think they need that up there in Vancouver.
It's pretty tough though, man. If you're Alain Vigneault, dude, the Canucks were nothing. They were something back in the 80s. They went to a finals, I think in 84 or something like that, and they really haven't done anything. And then he steps in, 6 division championships, 2 President's trophies, a finals appearance. Damn, that's a hell of a resume. And you get booted.
Yeah.
Like George Karl in the NBA.
Yeah, the NBA is ridiculous
You
this
get
year.
booted, man. Mm-hmm. But I think you're right. Boy, he's going to go up there and stir the drink.
Yeah.
We'll see. He says he's trying to change his image and he needs to work on it. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah,
I give him like the first interview after a stupid loss before his his
After
PR
his first
thing
loss
goes
where
right
he just
back.
he pulls one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, Harry. What happened? His head fell off. Yeah, he was pretty old. Oh, that's it. I've had it with this dump.
That's how he felt. You didn't feel about Vancouver.
We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Can't you just see that right? The first interview, Torts up there in Vancouver.
That's just awesome. He's going to go off, and they're
It's
just going to
go
be
off.
shocked, man.
It's going to go crazy.
But like you said, I think it's good for the team. You know, you got to bring some fire. That's what they're missing.
I think it's going to make them interesting.
Yes,
Because you have the Sedin brothers up there, but they're never really an interesting team.
Agreed.
They're a team that were good, and everyone respected them because they were good. But this makes them interesting now, and I think it's a good thing for them.
I agree. The Kings have been busy also.
Mm-hmm.
They signed the star of the playoffs for them, Slava Voinov. They signed him to a 6-year deal for $25 million.
Love the deal.
That's a great signing.
Yeah.
Man. He's young. I think he's only a third or fourth year, maybe only second year, man.
You build around those defensemen that can score.
He played well. Kind of interesting. Not sure about Toronto's thinking in this, but the Kings traded backup Jonathan Bernier.
Yeah, I didn't like this move at all.
To Toronto. I like it for the Kings. I think the Kings' depth was one of the reasons they didn't get past Chicago with the injuries and the injuries to the forwards. Not playing at full strength. Dustin Brown playing on a torn PCL. Stoll, the other guy that got hurt for a few games. Apparently, this kid that they got, Matt Fritton, he's fast.
Yeah,
and the Kings can always use speed. You never have enough speed. He scored 7 goals and 8 assists in only 25 games. So I think for the Kings to get a young player that can put the puck in the net, because they had trouble doing that in the playoffs. They had trouble putting the puck in the net. They also picked up their backup goalie, Ben Scrivens. So I think that's a good thing for the Kings.
I just don't like giving up a good backup like that, because a good backup can really save you during the regular season and get you those much-needed wins. As we saw, when you look at the Blackhawks, their backup, I think, was 13-1.
Emery, yeah.
Yeah.
Emery, yeah. But I think the difference here, Josh.
And I don't think there was really a controversy to where it was getting into Quick's head where he thought, "Oh, Bernier has a chance to take my job."
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think from what I'm reading and what I'm finding out is he wanted out. Bernier wanted
a chance to go ahead and see what he could do on his own.
He wanted to compete for a starting spot,
and
it wasn't going to happen here.
I think he deserves it.
And he kept it quiet, but I'm sure there was some grumbling somewhere. And what this does is like the Tim Thomas thing in Boston. What this does is now you have no controversy. Coming into next year, there is no controversy.
Yeah.
Not that there was going to be one, but it still could become a distraction when your backup goalie wants to play. And for him to get this opportunity, but he's also a restricted free agent at the end of next year. So if Toronto can't re-sign him, they've given up a couple of good players to get him for 1 year. So we'll see how this pans out. But it's sad to see him go, because he was, like you said, he was our insurance policy. And when Quickie came out from the back surgery, not ready to play, he didn't play very well.
Yeah.
But Bernier was right there for the Kings.
So it's gonna be real interesting. Any other big moves in NHL, or is that pretty much it for the offseason so far?
That's pretty much for the big names.
Okay.
Right now,
for a shortened hockey season, one of the best hockey seasons I've seen in a while.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Just because of the rate of play, the speed, the intensity,
Mm-hmm.
and you knew you didn't have a game to mess up. Every game counted.
Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. So looking forward to next season. The only problem with this whole thing was that the ice conditions. The last
horrible.
Couple of games, especially the Game 6 in Boston, there were terrible ice conditions, and you just don't want to see that in a championship game.
Yeah.
I mean, you want everything to be perfect for the players, and so the game is played at the best, because that puck was rolling all over the place. But it's the same for both teams, but it just makes for kind of a sloppy game.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, guys, that's going to be NHL. Again, another great season. We're going to move on, get into some NBA in just a little bit. Just a reminder, guys, I know we blasted out there on Twitter, on our Facebook, all the social media, on our website as well. After today's show, we do have another show from 5 to 6 on Toad Hop. You guys, again, can watch that live, listen live, download it. They'll all be on thenewsportsguru.com. But we are going to take a 2-week break after today's shows. And, obviously we got the 4th of July next week. I'm going to be up on vacation.
Nice.
We're going to take the next week off. We usually take about 2-3 weeks off each year just because, it's that dead time of sports. I mean,
right.
I don't want to sit here, you guys, and talk baseball with you. I'm sorry. As much as I love baseball and we're baseball fans,
Can't talk for 2 hours.
I can't talk 2 hours
baseball.
about baseball. Okay? I just can't do it. I'll go crazy. I know.
I know.
You guys will be sad.
I know.
But make sure you guys, if you missed any episodes, you guys can go back, check them out. Everything's on demand at thenewsportsguru.com. So if you want to go back, listen to one of your favorites, you guys can do that as well. But again, we will be back. I believe it'll be later in July. I'll put the date out. I'm not sure what that Wednesday is. But when we come back, guys, football is going to be in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
College football is just going to be cranking up. We're going to have training camps going on for the NFL. And so this show is going to be moving real quick. Our other show on Toad Hop is going to be primarily football. Okay, and I want to make sure you guys are. We've had a lot of fans, football fans that listen to us. They love when we do our pigskin pick'em and our fantasy analysis.
Right, the fantasy leagues.
That show for an hour from 5 to 6, guys. We'll go over all of the pigskin pick'ems each day. Make our picks with Johnny Icebox as we do in Fantasy Trade 411. We'll give you all the inside scoop that you guys need for all your fantasy players, who to start, who to sit, and all the questions, comments you guys can ask. So it'll be all football show. It's going to be fantastic.
You might even toss a bone out, a free pick.
Yeah, I might toss some of my free picks out there.
A couple free picks.
Yeah, if all you guys lay off the damn Romo and Cowboy jokes, I might be nice enough to throw something out there for you guys.
You were very generous last year with
I was
your free
very
picks,
generous.
Wanting people money.
Make
be a VIP,
money.
man.
VIP.
You guys need to become a VIP.
VIP. All right, let's take a quick little break because I don't want to cut the NBA section short. When we get back, we can talk to NBA. LeBron James wins another title. We got a new coach in LA with the Clips and a new coach over in Denver. We'll get all that and more when we get back on the Sportscast.
A home is a big investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
To watch our stupidity live, head over to RantRadioNetwork.com. Good colors and night.
We are the Three Guys Rant
with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not The Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69 Guys. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the Three Guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill. Love at first bite.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar, Carlos Madrano, and this is a show where we talk about comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up,
music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the bag.
News in America. Tonight's headline story, Rant Radio Network. Miss the show? That's okay. You can catch it 24 hours a day. This just in. Want your own radio show? Call us at 855-969-RANT. That is 855-969-7268. And you'll become the headline.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
Back here on the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2, getting you pumped up on the lunch hour. Knocker's over here dancing his ass off over here between the break.
Hell yeah.
Dancing and shaking that ass.
Shaking it.
Shaking it. All right, guys. You guys have any questions, comments? Bring it in on Twitter, sportscast_THN. Again, you guys are watching the live Twitter feed as we speak. You guys can also give us a call. 855-969-RANT is the number. The phone lines are open. Feel free to chime in on anything. Going to get in some NBA talk in just a second. LeBronski's does it again.
Yeah.
And big time.
You know, and I'm bummed out about both of these things.
Why?
Because both my predictions, man, just
aren't you used to it by now?
Falling short?
Yeah, falling exactly. Not just in your sex life, but in your sports picks.
Dude, I mean, you got to give it to him. You got to give it up for LeBron. You got to give it up to Miami. I just don't believe San Antonio caved like that. I don't believe it. I'm really having a hard time, you know.
I got to give San Antonio a lot of credit and Pop just for rallying his team to even come back and play as well as they did in Game 7.
I don't know if he, you know, they're a veteran team. I don't think they needed any coaxing to win a Game 7. I'm just shocked that the last minute of Game 6 and Game 7 they played terribly.
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes of both those games, which was the one thing prior to this series I thought they had going for them.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't do that in those situations. You know, but give it up to Miami. I mean, they're sitting pretty right now.
2 championships in 3 years. You know, I know they're not the 5 that they all proclaimed they were going to get, but I mean, you got to give this team some credit. They're not done, and you get there 3 times in a row, win 2 of them. Got to give them a lot of credit. James finished 12-23, 37 points in that game. Game 7, 37 points, was perfect, 8 for 8 on your free throws, Knocker.
What do I say?
What do you say?
My mantra?
With 12 rebounds, I mean,
that's a game. But you make your free throws, which San Antonio didn't do in Game 6.
Exactly.
You make your free throws, you win the games, because almost all the NBA games, especially in the playoffs, they're usually close at the end of the game. You rarely get the big blowout. So the team that makes the free throws usually is going to come out on top, whether you're trying to catch up or whether you're trying to stay ahead.
And the guy I felt just really bad for. I know the game happened a few days ago. We haven't had a chance to get on there, kind of get my feelings about it. So I know it's kind of late news to everybody, but I got to feel for Tim Duncan. Just on that last shot, he makes that shot 99 out of 100 times. 2 feet away from the rim, could probably almost slam dunk it in from where he was. Misses it, then misses the tip. You see him come back down the court, slam his hand on the ground, just because he knows that was their shot. And that, that would have brought it within 2. Instead, it went to 4. LeBron knocks down that nice fadeaway, and it's over from there.
Yeah, and you feel bad for him only because, being a competitor that he is, and all coaches will tell you, it's not the wins that you remember, it's the losses.
Yep. This one's going to hurt.
And he's got 4 rings, and this is going to take him a long time not to be celebrating the 4 rings, but to be going, man, if I'd have just made that shot, or how could I miss that? And that's going to bug him for a while. And unfortunately, that is the case. Mm-hmm. But, tip of the hat to him. Boy, he played a hell of a
big
series.
Time. And so with LeBron came a lot of haters. There's a lot of haters about there. LeBron still to this day, whether it's about the decision, whether it's about going down and playing with Miami and, putting together this all-star squad. But he had something to say after the NBA championship, and it's pretty good. So here's what LeBron had to say after he won his second title in 3 years with the Heat.
All right.
LeBron, you paid a price to be a great jump shooter. How happy are you that you paid that price?
Like Spo said, first of all, I want to give a lot of credit to the San Antonio Spurs. First-class organization. They pushed us to the limit. I work on my game a lot. Throughout the offseason, I put a lot of work into it. And to be able to come out here and the results happen out on the floor is the ultimate. It's the ultimate. I'm lost for words.
LeBron, you are constantly faced with the din of noise from the outside, scrutiny and pressure. How, when everybody is coming at you, do you keep your head and perform at the level you do?
Listen, for me, I can't worry about what everybody say about me.
It's true.
I'm LeBron James from Akron, Ohio, from the inner city. I'm not even supposed to be here. That's enough. Every night I walk into the locker room, I see a number 6 with James on the back. I'm blessed. So what everybody say about me off the court don't matter. I ain't got no worries.
It's true.
He don't.
He's got no worries. Shut up all the critics. And some inside that, I know we got to call on the line. I'm going to get to you real quick. A real key statement in there. They're saying, I'm a kid from Cleveland, Ohio, from the inner city. Mm-hmm. To me, that sounds like, you know what? I'm coming back to Cleveland, and I'm going to prove a lot of people wrong here. I'm going to make a name for myself and be one of the only NBA players ever to win 2 championships with 2 different teams. I'm going to go back and prove it that I can go back to my hometown and prove what I need to.
Yeah, could be a little bit there.
I think there was a little bit in there.
We were reading between the lines.
A little between the lines there with Lebronski. So let's see what our call actually said. Let's bring him on the line here. I believe we've got Twan on the line. Twan, you with us on the Sportscast? Twan, what's going on, man? Nice to have you on the line.
Hey, this is Antoine. Bud Knocker wanted me to call in.
Yeah. What's going on, man? We got some NBA action right now. We're just talking, just going over the Heat final and LeBron and what he had to say after the game. Again, a lot of haters with LeBron. I'm not sure. Where do you sit on the fence with LeBron? Are you one of those guys that's a skeptic, or are you a guy that actually respects what this guy does?
I respect a lot. I respect LeBron James a lot. I mean, of course, they're gonna be haters. I live down here in South Florida. So
okay.
I kind of get it. I know, like I say, it's a lot. Of course, a lot of people love him down here. I used to be. I'm not. Like I say, I used to not be so much of a fan of LeBron James, more so off the court stuff. But I think he's really matured as of late, and I think he's really coming to his own. I even wrote an article about that recently, about his maturity and his growth just as a person. And I think he's really has grown as a person, on and off the court.
Yes, he has. He's this year in these playoffs, he definitely wasn't shrinking away from this is my team. I need to be better. He never points fingers, and I think that's matured also. But he said, I have to do better, and he proved it. He came through.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think the old LeBron James, like 3-4 years ago, I think he shrinks to that opportunity, or he doesn't relish the opportunity. I think the past couple of years, the big moments, whether it be Game 6 in 2012 against the Celtics, whether it be against the Pacers, obviously in Game 7 this year, and of course the Spurs in Game 6 and Game 7, he really stepped up when he needed to, and I think that's really been the difference of LeBron.
And I think you're right. And with Dwayne Wade showed up in this game, and again he played when he needed to play well. And, I know he's hurt and he's got a couple injuries, but Dwayne Wade showed up when the guy needed to. Chris Bosh didn't score a point in that Game 7 game. He had a couple big plays. Exactly who? Chris Bosh? Is he even on the team anymore? But This big three, I know they didn't win like we were talking about, didn't win the 5 rings so far. They said they have, and they still could. But they've done, again, 3 NBA finals, 2 championships in those 3. Do you think this big 3 stays together, or are you like me? And I kind of leaning towards it. LeBron is probably going to be leaving here at the end of next season just because the talent around him, is getting old, and I just think I think he wants to go back to Cleveland. What are your thoughts?
I don't see him going back to Cleveland. I
No?
don't think there's any. No. I think because he's in a great organization. Even if the Heat have to get new players in there, players are going to want to go play with LeBron. So they may trade away Chris Bosh, but they're going to have players that want to come down there and be around the great organization with Pat Riley and a great owner with Mickey Arison. And also, who wouldn't want to come down here in Miami? Like, that's the thing. Like, the reason he left. Remember, he left Cleveland because nobody would want to come there. I mean, you have a lot of good young talent in Cleveland, and you have Kyrie Irving, like I say, you have Waiters, you have the number 1 pick, who a lot of people think is going to be Notice Noel. But at the same time, it's still, you don't know how those players are going to develop other than Irving. Irving's going to be a star. But other than that, you really don't know. And like I say, he's really great in the organization. He's used to be in Miami. He's comfortable for the first time. There's really no pressure on him. His kids are happy here. His wife is happy here. And everybody knows if your wife isn't happy, then you're not happy. So really,
Amen, brother.
Is that true?
Amen.
Hey, so I think it's a lot of factors of him staying here. I just really can't see him leaving up there and just going back to an uncertain situation there in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you said, there isn't, besides Kyrie Irving over there isn't much talent. We'll see what they do in the draft coming up this week. On the flip side over here, changing up, we got some coaching changes going on in the NBA. We know that Doc over there with Boston and Rajon Rondo didn't have the greatest relationship. Things came out here at the end. Towards the end of Doc's tenure over there in Boston, came out saying that, him and Rondo got into a little altercation, whether words were exchanged. It kind of led to him leaving Boston, heading over to the Clippers now. Clippers are going to have him for the next 3 years, $21 million. What do you think about the signing Doc coming over to the Clippers? You think it was, inevitable? You think Doc should have stayed? Where you lie on Doc here?
I think as far as Doc Rivers, he doesn't want to go through a rebuilding job. So I kind of respect it. Remember, he went through a kind of a rebuilding job with the Celtics before.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to go through that again, especially when, one, he's not getting along with his point guard and Rondo, and that's the guy they want to build around. They want to build around Rajon Rondo. Him and Rondo not on the same page. How are you going to have that nucleus and foundation to going forward? So I understand why he didn't want to stay there. And like I say, things got really bad. Remember the Celtics, what they were before the Big Three came?
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of a dormant type of franchise at the moment. I mean, of course, the Celtics are legendary, but they wouldn't winning many games. I don't think he knows that. He doesn't want to go back to that. And he saw a great opportunity with the Clippers to work with Chris Paul, who is arguably the best point guard in the game. It's definitely a little bit of an upgrade from Rondo, even though I like Rajon Rondo, but Chris Paul, and then you have like a Blake Griffin there. You have more of a foundation there. So I definitely understand why he left, and I think it'll be a good addition for the Clippers.
Yeah, I think so too. What's really surprising for me, especially, I'm been watching basketball for a long time, and the Clippers. Sterling has never made the commitment as Jerry Buss did to build a team, and I don't know if he's realizes he's running out of years or what have you. But the last 2-3 years, he's stepped up. He wasn't depending on Elgin Baylor's name to be a name with the organization. He let him go. He hired some people to make basketball decisions, and he's paying the money. And this is a ridiculous amount of money for Sterling to be paying to a coach. So I think it bodes well for the organization that he's willing to spend that kind of money.
Do you think this makes Twan? Do you think this makes the Clippers now a favorite in the West, just with the coaching change itself, or do you think they still need to add some pieces here with the Clippers to really make them a championship caliber team?
I think they're one of the contenders. I wouldn't say they're the favorite.
Okay.
But I think they still need to add some things to their roster. Obviously, find out what they're going to do with Eric Bledsoe. He's been on the trade market. I think they're going to end up trading him. I know the rumor is they're going to try to trade him to the Orlando Magic, probably for some parts there. Maybe their number 2 pick. So I don't know if that's a direction they may want to go in. I also heard Caron Butler's name being mentioned in there. Like I say, they have a lot of good players that are just really flashy and good for the regular season. But when it comes down to playoff time, you need those dirty. You need those kind of players, kind of like a Birdman with the speed, or kind of like the splitting players to do the dirty work. And I don't feel like they have enough of those guys on the roster. DeAndre Jordan is really good. I like him. He might be that guy. He's still young, but they have to find out if he's that guy. That's the reason they wanted Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is that guy. They just don't have, like I say, they just don't have that on the roster. It's unfortunate for them. They're not going to be able to get Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up Birdman because these role players become such a big significance in playoff time. I mean, Birdman was huge in that Pacers series. Was absolutely huge.
Absolutely.
Probably the second biggest player on the Heat besides LeBron and in control of that game. And I think that's what the Lakers and Clippers are both missing is that guy that'll go in and bang bodies. They don't have anybody like that. I mean, the Paul Gasol's soft. I don't believe Howard's one of those guys. And I think the Clippers are also lacking that as well. And I think they need to add, a piece here, a piece there. But they have the core of their team. And I think the main part with this deal was to basically just sign up Chris Paul and say, Chris Paul, you're staying now.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to stay.
What bums me out about the Clippers over the last 2 years is Griffin got hurt. Paul was hurt the last couple of years. So I'm really not sure exactly
what they are yet.
Yeah, what they are in the playoffs because you haven't seen their full team, without nagging injuries. But that happens to every team.
Yeah.
Aaron Aflalo's name's been tossed around there with that Eric Bledsoe trade. But we were discussing earlier, Twan, the coach is getting fired and released after doing very, very well. It's kind of head-scratching. What do you think about Lionel Hollins being dumped as the Memphis coach after taking him farther than that franchise has ever been?
I thought it was a joke, honestly. Like, there's been so many coaching changes, the record in the NBA this year. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, 13.
Lionel Hollins was Lionel Hollins was one of the head-scratchers. I was really confused, even though I know they have new management and new people in that front office, but still, you never got that far before, and they love you to let go of Lionel Hollins and don't have a plan in place. That's my thing. If you're going to let somebody go, at least have a plan in place on who you want to bring in there. They still haven't hired anybody. So
they have. They hired. I'm sorry, Twan, but they hired Dave Joger as an assistant coach. They promoted him to head coach.
Okay. See, I've been dealing with a whole bunch of NFL and
I hear you.
But at first it took them a while to find out if they wanted to hire him or not. So I'm just kind of, I don't know. Maybe they wanted him to be the guy. Maybe they didn't want to pay a lot of Hollins. Maybe some issues between those two. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Whatever the case may be, it's kind of mind-boggling. You let a guy go and he gets you to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, well, it's head scratching because you hire an assistant who was hired by Lionel Hollins. I mean, it seems like they didn't change direction. They just just did something for the sake of doing something.
Yeah.
All right, you mentioned the NFL, Tom. I want to ask you one more question. We got you're a big NFL guy. What are Miami's chances this year? They did pretty good in the draft. They drafted for defense. What's going to happen down there?
Well, the perception is, I know a lot of Dolphin fans are really excited, especially looking at what's going on with the Patriots right now. But I will be very wary. I think Dolphin fans should not be so happy because, like I said, you still have Bill Belichick, you still have Tom Brady there. So anytime you have those two there, they're still going to be the favorites. Until somebody actually beats them and dethrones them, they're still going to be the favorites. You got to do it on the field.
Yeah.
I know the Dolphins definitely added some parts, and I like the parts they added. They already had a solid defense, and they got weapons around Ryan Tannehill now. So that's really the thing is, I think they can challenge for a wild card spot. I'm still not so, especially considering their tough schedule right away, that they're going to win the division. But I definitely think they've closed the gap on the Patriots. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I think they can win 9 or 10 games.
I agree. I think the gap is closed considerably on the Patriots right now, especially looking at their roster. I mean, you looked at their tight end roster right now. They've got nobody. I mean, Tim Tebow might actually play. Yeah, Jake Ballard. I know they got Jake Ballard, but still, how prolific is this offense going to be? I understand Tom Brady's great, but this guy can't just make average people this good,
Not in this point of his career. And I brought this up to Patriots, and it was like, well, Tom Brady's done this before, but you have to remember, they won those 3 Super Bowls not because of Tom Brady and that offense, because of that defense.
Yes.
They don't have their defense isn't good enough to bail them out of that situation they were 10 years ago. They have to outscore people, and I don't know if they can do that the way that they've been doing it the past couple of years. When you take away Gronkowski, you don't have Hernandez. What's Workers gone? Their top 5 wide receivers of 2012 are no longer on the roster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Gronk is on the roster. Let me rephrase that. Gronk is on the
for
roster.
now.
But other than that, for now, he's on the roster. But other than that, he's not certain either. You don't know what his status is going to be. He's always been injured. So they have a lot of questions there in New England. So they're just going to have to try to outscore people once again. And they didn't improve on their secondary other than getting Adrian Wilson.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you don't know what he's going to look like either because he's an older player, I believe, 34 years old.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting over there in the AFC East. So, hey, Twan, I appreciate you calling in, man. Want to give yourself a shout-out? You got a website, radio show, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Twitter, Black Red Sox Fan. You can also find my website. My blog is blackredsoxfan.wordpress.com. You can also find my work and radio stuff over there at theopinionation.com as I co-host the show with E.J. Christian, who is the editor-chief of Opinionation. So you check that out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time.
All right, buddy. Antoine, appreciate you calling in, man. No problem. Appreciate having you on. We'll have you on real soon. Thanks, man.
You take care.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right. All right, good call, man. Yeah, before I want to get into some NFL because it's a big story going on right now. But real quick in the NBA, another coaching change. Brian Shaw actually gets a job finally. I mean, it's been taking forever. Finally, Denver Nuggets end up signing him up over there. And it's just kind of interesting. Why didn't he get a job? But why did it take so long? This guy's been so highly touted, with Phil Jackson, coach behind him, has the same triangle system. Why did it take so long for this guy to get a job?
I think, and he acknowledges it too. He thought that.
I mean, he's been in the coaching, circle thing for the past 2 or 3 years
right,
now.
Right, the rumor mill every time there's a coaching change. Like he was saying, I thought being a Jackson protege would help me, and it seems to have hurt me. They don't want to hire someone who promotes that triangle offense and whatever it was. I don't know. It's really a head scratcher on that one.
It's gonna be interesting.
But I like the move. I don't like George Karl being fired.
Yeah, neither do I.
Big
George Karl fan.
But I am too, and I would have liked to seen him come to the Clippers. I thought that might have been a good move. But I mean, you get bounced out in the first round 4 years in a row, especially this year. They had a really good team. I was very surprised that Golden State took them out in the first round. I'm just reading here, too, that ex-head coach Alvin Gentry is going to be an assistant coach with the Clippers.
Okay.
So that's pretty interesting. That's a couple
Clippers
of nice
got a good coaching staff over there. It's going to be good.
Right there. That earns respect from the players right there, those two guys.
All right, here we go. Ah, baby. Oh. It moved, Alan. It moved. It moved a little chubby down here. Little chubs. Oh, baby, I love that sound.
Awesome. Oh, face.
Oh. Yep.
You know what
Good stuff, right? Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, baby, cannot wait for that sound when we get back in 3 weeks, baby. It's just going to be awesome. When we're back in here going all football, you're going to hear that sound before every show. It's going to be great. Yes, thank you. I know. Everyone can't wait.
That's awesome.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a very interesting year, too.
It's going to be a really interesting year. Big story. We got to talk about it. Just came over the wire here. Aaron Hernandez, Patriots. It's been in the news the last week involved in a murder case. A lot of, different stuff, different information coming in from here or there, different sources saying, he was brought out in handcuffs today out of his house.
Yep, saw that.
Brought to an arraignment. You can check out the pictures here at rantradionetwork.com. Putting handcuffs into the car. Before, just those who aren't really followed up on the story, he was involved in a murder case where the person he was seen with an hour before the supposed murder happened, Aaron Hernandez was seen with this guy when detectives came to his house the next day to try and look for evidence, stuff like that, to get his involvement. They found the security system had been smashed. His phone had been smashed. Just some sketchy details, first of all, for a guy that is trying to say he's innocent, just it didn't look right from the beginning.
No, it didn't. His phone, he turns his phone in and it's broken. Just a bunch of circumstantial stuff was piling up that he just couldn't explain away. And, to his credit, I mean, I don't know if he's going to get convicted or what. He didn't say anything, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but I don't understand. I don't get it.
And these players, like when they tell they have these rookie meetings going on right now for all the rookie players coming in the NFL, and they try and warn them about this kind of stuff. You know, about the crowd that you guys end up hanging with. You got to cut ties. Whether you're in gangbanger stuff. You got to separate these two. You got to grow up at some time. Say, you know what, this isn't good for me. This isn't good for my lifestyle. This isn't good for my team. Not only did he let everyone down, he let his team down. I mean, he let all the people in the Patriots,
Absolutely.
organization down, especially with the Gronk injury. Patriots come out today. They had released a statement. They went ahead and released Hernandez from the team officially.
As soon as he was arrested, they
came out with
him,
a statement here. It says, a young man was murdered last week, and we extend our sympathies to the family and friends who mourn his loss. Words cannot express the disappointment we feel knowing that one of our own players was arrested as a result of this investigation. We realize that the law enforcement investigations into this matter are ongoing. We support their efforts and respect the process. At this time, we believe this transaction is simply the right thing to do.
Yeah, for that organization, most definitely. You just can't be associated with that kind of thing. You want to support the guy, but then again, you can't have that hanging around. And God, if it's true, who knows when he's going to snap?
Who knows now? Came out today. He had his arraignment. Okay. Earlier today, he was charged with murder.
Yes, he was.
Okay. Not whether he was a witness to it, involvement, but he was charged with murder, as well as other numerous gun charges. I believe there's 5 of them, somewhere around there. And some more evidence comes out here. It says Aaron Hernandez, again, charged in the death of Odin Lloyd, is the guy's name that was murdered, the victim, along with 5 other accounts related to firearm possession. And it says police have Aaron Hernandez on tape with the firearm and saying you can't trust anyone anymore before picking up Odin Lloyd that night.
Right.
I don't know if that has much to do with it, whether the tape, obviously there's not going to be any evidence or tape saying, with the person actually shooting the guy. Okay. But this is looking really, really bad, and it's looking more and more like Aaron Hernandez knew that something obviously happened, knows the person that did it. I don't think Aaron Hernandez is guilty as far as the person that actually pulled the trigger or was the murder person, but I think he is right there with you. Maybe like an OJ case, maybe OJ didn't kill her, but, he certainly knows who did or possibly set it up.
Yes, it's just so hard when you don't know the facts. Irish is chiming in, guilty until proven innocent. I don't think it's necessarily a case of guilty until proven innocent, but he was arrested for murder, and I'm sure the owners of the Patriots have talked with officials, the police officials, and they probably know a lot more about what's going on than we do, and just releasing him. They sign contracts. And in those contracts are behavior clauses.
It's going to be interesting because he's going to keep his signing bonus, which is around $12 million, something like that,
right
around there. But he does have a guaranteed for the next 2 years, and unless there's a stipulation in that, I don't know how you can't pay the guy. And it comes still. Twitter's blowing up right now again, guys. Sportscast_THN. A lot of people come in here and say apparently innocent until proven guilty in America is no longer a thing in this country. You know?
I don't think it's a question of innocence. The courts will handle that. He'll bail out and he'll go through the court system but just the contract. There's always behavior contracts because he has a history. He was arrested before for assault and battery. Charges were dropped.
And he's also had a bunch of different drug tests failed when he was in Miami.
Exactly.
And so this stuff,
So I'm sure in that contract there's a behavior clause, and he knew it too. If you saw an interview with him when he went to the Patriots, I need to clean up my act.
Yeah.
They don't put up with this kind of crap. So it's not a question of guilty or innocent, but you're messed up in the law. Something happened. You did something, and you've been arrested on national TV. And our organization isn't gonna. We're gonna have to let you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you go handle your business, right? And we're gonna handle our business. And at the end of this, if you're innocent, right, or just like Ray Lewis, if you're innocent at the end of this, you could come back here or somewhere else.
All right, we got a phone call coming in. Probably wants to chime on this. We got, looks like Augustin on line 1. Augustin, how you doing, bud?
Hello.
What's up, bud? You're on line with the Sportscast. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Not too bad. We're just getting into this Aaron Hernandez situation. Just came over the wire. I'm sure you're all over it and heard all the news.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched this quarter pan. Wow, that's all I can say. It was like they detailed everything by time periods. They had surveillance, and it sounds like someone's telling them.
Yeah.
Someone's cooperating. Because it's just like step by step. It's like watching Law and Order.
Yeah, it's funny because the update just came through, like you just said. It's from the police report here in the court. Says there was 6 to 8 hours surveillance video missing from Aaron Hernandez's house. Police tracked the location of the rented silver Nissan Altima moving via cell phone towers. The prosecutor also dismissed several surveillance footages from the businesses, such as gas stations along the route. Says the victim texted his sister after 3 a.m. Did you see who I am with? And then at 3:22, he responded by text, NFL, just so you know. And, yeah, the way that they're breaking this down with the different time frames and how they have everything, it doesn't look good for this guy.
No, it doesn't at all. And it was just, they shut him down real quick when he asked about bail. It was like, no, it's not going to happen. They tried to explain their way out of that. It was like, no. And then once they was going step by step, it just looked worse and worse. But the only thing, the whole day, because of our time differences, we were getting things at different times.
Right.
I was hoping that he would be the one to cooperate, and somebody in his little posse of people may have been the trigger man, but it's looking like he was the trigger man.
Yeah, and that's gonna be even worse. We haven't even seen something like this probably till about the Ray Lewis incident that happened a few years ago. The Patriots come out and release the guy, and still on Twitter. What are your thoughts? I mean, proven until guilty. He's obviously has taken part in the situation. If you're the Patriots, you had to have cut him at this point, right?
And plus, from what I gathered, Kraft has a lot of friends that are in the police department.
Okay.
So it was like he got arrested, and about 10, 15 minutes later, they released him. So someone got word back to the Patriots what was going on, and they had to do it because it was murder, and he's the suspect. It wasn't, he was involved or he knew about. He was the suspect.
Yeah, and what's really scary here. Just reads more of the details. Says Hernandez was upset about Lloyd talking to some people they didn't know. Lloyd obviously is the victim. He called Lloyd to the house and called friends to the house that evening. The prosecutor referred to it as an execution at one point, an execution style. I mean, that's unbelievable. That this guy was here, had basically a guy get on his knees, stick a gun in the guy in the back of his head, and kill this guy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I tried to figure out different ways where it could have been an accident, but once they say execution style, there's no accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
So either I was like, all right, maybe he told one of his friends to do it, but since none of his friends got arrested, he's not cooperating. If it was one of his friends, and he's the only one to get arrested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So someone's talking and saying who did what.
Yeah, and the police wouldn't. And he is innocent until proven guilty. I'm a firm believer in that.
Me too. I thoroughly believe that too. But
he's looking guilty.
Yeah, he is.
What I was gonna say is, in a high profile case like this, the police are gonna make damn sure, and they took their time. I mean, this thing broke a few days ago. It's been almost a week before they arrested this cat. They took their time, and I'm sure they've gathered everything and painstakingly gathered their evidence before they would go and arrest him, because they're not going to arrest this guy if they're not 99.999% sure, because they're going to look just stupid if it falls apart. So not that because he's arrested he's guilty, but like you said, the evidence is just piling up that we're seeing. And, we don't even know everything. That's just what we're seeing.
We got again on Twitter coming in again from @Volsman22. Jeff Hendrick chimes in. Even if a not guilty player conducts this play, he should not be associated with activities as such as these. I mean, these players are putting themselves in these situations. They're putting them in these dance clubs, these nightclubs with guns. Whether you're Burris, you're putting yourself in this situation. You got to be smarter than that as an adult, as a football player. Just there's no excuse for it. It's gonna be interesting. And getting to the football side of this, the Patriots are at a real mess here. I know they got Jake Ballard, but their offense is looking really bleak right now. Wouldn't you agree?
It's looking bleak, but I'm sure that it's a lot of tight ends out right now that are free agents. So I'm sure they can find a tight end, but he won't be as versatile and as accomplished as Aaron Hernandez. But they can find someone adequate. But the biggest thing is they need the receiver they got. Amendola take over Welker's role, and then the tight end role, it'll fill itself. It won't be the same because both Gronk and Hernandez look like they're going to miss time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll get by the football side.
Yep. And it says here real quick, another update just came in. The court ordered that no bail will be granted for Hernandez. So he's in jail.
This is
he's not leaving.
He's not leaving. So, hey, Alg, I appreciate you calling in, man, chiming in on the subject. Calling the Sportscast next time. I appreciate it.
Where can they follow you or give yourself a shout out?
Yeah, you guys got a shout out? You got a website or a show or anything?
Oh, yeah, I'm part of the In the Game show on BKS1Radio.com.
Oh, nice.
I was on that last night. It's a good show. It's a good show.
For sure, man. Well, I appreciate it. Can they follow you? What's your Twitter handle?
Oh, my Twitter handle is psn.com. Just spell the .l, psndot.com.
All right, but we appreciate it. I'll call in again real soon, bud.
No problem. Thank you.
Take care, brother.
Yeah, it's this situation is just, I don't think there's much else we can really go into it more because, all the details are there. If you guys want to get all the details, all the updates, all the current updates, they're at thenewsportsgrew.com, guys. I've been updating it as the, the verdicts come down, as all this evidence is coming in. So if you guys want any information, go to thenewsportsgrew.com as it happens. Another unfortunate event, we're going to get to break here in just a second, but I want to get into another murder that just happened with Cleveland.
Yes. Oscar Walcott was arrested for attempted murder.
Very interesting. This guy's a rookie. Also had another shady past with this guy.
Yes. He'd been arrested before also.
And it's interesting because we know a certain someone, or you do, where, this guy was fighting for a job.
Yes.
In rookie camp. Mm-hmm. And, they end up selecting this guy over and maybe a couple other guys that deserved it a little more.
Right.
And this is stuff that happens. And this is why when nowadays in the NFL, a draft isn't just a draft anymore. When they draft you, they're looking at your family, your friends, your social media, your work history, your everything.
Well, they should had they, but still, even though you do all that, it still comes down to, can he help me win a game?
Yeah.
Can he help me win games? And just they need to get smarter. I think there's there's been 29 arrests.
29
of
arrests,
NFL players
yeah.
since the Super Bowl.
That's
insane.
It's insane, but
it's insane.
As I was broke down the numbers, you look at how many players are in the NFL. That's a 1%. 1% of the NFL.
Right.
That's not that. If you look, that's not that much. Yeah, it looks like 28 players got arrested. It's not that much though when you look about how many players are in the NFL.
Percentage-wise, society-wise. Okay, well, yeah, but it's still high profile.
Yeah.
In the league.
That's why it's so
should be
exploded.
doing something about it. But
and you look at this guy in Cleveland. Where did this attempted murder happen at? Because he got in a bar fight outside a gentleman's club.
Yeah, there's always at the club. Always late at night.
Always at the club clubbing.
Altercations. Swing. You just can't swing on people, man. You just can't do it. Just get out. Just leave, man.
It's
just
ridiculous.
leave. Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
They dropped the charges, but he was in a mess also in a fight that was outside of a club. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home to your wives.
Take a taxi.
Go home to your families.
Yeah.
You don't need to be out at 2 a.m. I know you want to, but the biggest, and it looks to me like the hardest thing that for a lot of these guys that are in deep trouble like this is to leave the group, to leave
that is
your boys,
the clique, the hang,
and tell them, hey man, I can't do this no more.
And it's funny because I'm watching this 30 for 30 called Broke. If you ever seen it, it's great. But all the NFL superstars, MLB guys that just blew through their money.
Oh, God.
And they're rolling 15, 16 deep to places at clubs with guys that, that they're paying for everything.
Everything. Yep.
And it just blows me away. I don't want to bring it. It's not a racial thing. It's not whether you're black or you're white.
All
where
of them
people try
do
and break it into. It's not. It's everybody.
All of them do it. You give that much money to people, and
And that's what makes players like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and all these players that just don't get in trouble and are just great players, and they can stay in the limelight yet stay out of the bad stuff that happens with that.
No, but it's really hard, and I understand it to a point where it's
you're 23 years old and I got $10 million in the bank now.
But it's also it's also who you grew up with. These are your friends. These are your boys.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna break this apart, man. But you have to if you're gonna go into something like this. Okay, you just can't hang around with guys that are doing shady things, even though they're your boys. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And you should be smarter than that. If you should be smarter than that. And look what somebody's dead. His career's gone. Families are all screwed up. It's just a shame.
Yeah,
just a shame.
Just a shame. All right, we're gonna get into break here. When we get back on the flip side, we talk some baseball. A lot of stuff going on in baseball, guys. Puig and the Dodgers are on fire. And then how fast we've seen NFL quarterbacks try and throw out the first pitch, right?
Oh yeah.
We probably had the best one.
Awesome.
Colin Kaepernick, man, this guy's a stud. We get back here on the Sportscast.
To watch our stupidity live, head over to RantRadioNetwork.com. Colors and
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69-THE-3-GUYS.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the Three Guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar,
Carlos Medrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
Tonight's headline story, Rant Radio Network. Miss the show? That's okay! You can catch it 24 hours a day! This just in. Want your own radio show? Call us at 855-969-RANT. That is 855-969-7268, and you'll become the headline!
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Check that out, Knocker. Check it out for the screen. Knocker, check it out. Back on the Sportscast.
Wow.
Wednesdays, 12 to 2. People, check us out, rantradionetwork.com. That's where you can find us. Give us a call. 855-969-RANT is the number. That's a great pick right there. I gotta love that. Show it up there one more time for me. You guys, check this out. RantRadioNetwork.com. Aaron Hernandez goes to jail at tight end, but leaves jail a wide receiver. Yeah. Like that, Alan. That's good work right there. Producer Alan in there doing some work. You like that, Knocker?
I do.
That's good stuff right there.
Like that.
All right, guys, welcome back to Sportscast. Another hour for you guys here on RantRadioNetwork.com. You guys want to follow us on Twitter? Twitter's been blowing up all show. Sportscast_THN. We'll read your tweets out loud here live on the air. Going to get some baseball in just a second. Got some Wild World of Sports, NASCAR news coming up. Again, guys, I want to thank you all. We'll be back after this week. 2 weeks. We're going to take a 2-week break. Come back refreshed. Take a little vacation, come back. Football's in full swing. We'll hit it hard with Fantasy Trade 4-on-1. We're going to set up the new Sportscast Fantasy Football League as well. We'll have the Fantasy Football League coming in.
Yeah, this will be our third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
Third season.
Football. It's going to be awesome.
We've been around we've got a lot of shows.
Yeah.
We're almost to our 100th show, I think.
I know we are.
What are we up to? 88 right now?
So,
Something like that?
Yeah.
It's been good. All right.
Awesome.
And
they said it wouldn't last.
And they said it wouldn't last. That was so cheesy, but I loved it.
That was stupid.
All right, guys, baseball is what's going on right now. It's in full effect, baby. Ooh, it's a little distorted.
It sounds like my CD player in my car.
All right, guys, but Dodgers and Puig on fire right now. I don't know what that was. I don't know. There we go, Alan. Blast it for me, buddy. See, he's on it today. Alan is on it today.
Yeah, baby.
He is. It's only because he's teaching someone in there. Otherwise, he would just be totally,
he'd be asleep.
around there. Yeah, he would be
doing
asleep.
Sudoku or something.
He's like, what are the Lakers? He's going to cut my mic off now.
Pretty soon. See?
Exactly. All right, guys. MLB, though, in full swing. Puig and the Dodgers, going to get to them first. Again, comes up huge the other night against the Giants. Dodgers have won 4 in a row. Looked to have kind of turned the tide around a little bit. Only 7 games back in the division. Still a long way to play. Their upcoming schedule looks really good. They're going to be playing, I believe, the Padres. They're going to play all interdivision games, basically. Can move up quite a bit. It depends on how they do. Matt Kemp's going to be returning.
Yeah, he just returned, yeah.
Carl Crawford's still in the wings. And this Puig guy, this guy's the real deal, man.
He seems to be. Boy. I mean, he's basically taking this team on his shoulders. And you just, it reminds me, it does remind me of Magic's first year with the Lakers. This is way back when they were playing the San Diego Clippers for game 1, right? And Kareem hits a game-winning shot, and Magic runs and jumps into Kareem's arms and hugs him and this and that, and the look on Kareem's face is, hey, it's just game 1, bro. But the enthusiasm that he brought to the Lakers is what Puig is doing to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
This team was they were dull. Nothing was happening. But nobody was writing about him. Nobody was talking about him. There was talk of Mattingly being fired. He was pretty much resigned that he might be fired. And he's bringing a breath of fresh air and talent. I mean, it's just not enthusiasm. This kid's hitting the ball.
And we've seen this before with guys that come up, made a lot of noise early and have fallen off after the first month or two. And it's just because pitchers get a read on him, and I don't think this kid is going to let up. Yeah, there's going to be a little fluctuation. His batting average is going to go through struggles here, maybe go through a week or two where he might have like a 2 for 25 week, something like that. That's what you're going to give because the guy's going to get adjusted to the league. But this guy is the real deal. He's built well, which I like. The way his body.
You do.
Fuck you, man. Oh, really? Really?
You just stepped right in it.
I did step right in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just stepped right in that one.
That's a saver. That one's a keeper.
That's a keeper.
I like Mark Sanchez.
See?
Exactly.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Enough about his physique.
But you know what I'm saying? He's built.
He's solid, yeah.
He's not a Prince Fielder. He's not one of the Pablo Sandoval, one of these
he's
guys
built like an athlete.
Where his knees are going to give out or his hips are going to go out like a Vladdy in a way. This guy's going to be staying for a while, and it's going to be interesting. Again, the question is, what happens when Crawford comes back? What are you going to do? You going to put him in a four-man rotation?
You know what? I think that thing's just going to answer itself just by the fact of, and I always say this, once you get that injury thing, I do believe that there are players that are just injury prone.
Oh yeah,
no matter
Troy
what.
Tulowitzki's right there with the Rockies. The guy can't stay on the field.
Yeah, Longoria. It just happens.
Yeah,
and the Dodgers unfortunately have
a lot of them. And you got a lot of them. Hanley Ramirez. You got Josh Beckett still can't get on the field.
I'm talking about just their outfielders.
Yeah,
Crawford's just an accident waiting to happen.
Yes, he is.
So he may come back, but is he going to last more than a week?
Yeah.
Kemp too. I mean, they're activating him, but is it another week before he pulls a hammy?
Are we going to see any power out of this guy? When's the power going to come back because of all the injuries?
I think that's just going to actually play itself out, and I don't really think they're going to have the dilemma that it looks like on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, they're 7 games out.
And they're getting healthier, and they're starting to turn this around.
They have a shot at this.
Yeah, they do. And,
they have a shot at this.
Speaking of the Giants, though, Colin Kaepernick from San Francisco, 49ers quarterback. Last year went to the Super Bowl, took that team. Got a cannon of an arm, obviously, for a quarterback. But if you didn't know, this guy was actually recruited as a baseball player.
Yes, he had scholarship offers, multiple scholarship offers to pitch, yes.
And he came out, got to throw the first pitch. Now, me and you know how Denard Robinson's just
that's the most famous one I've ever seen.
If you guys haven't seen it,
what the hell was that?
Go to our website, thenewsportsgrew.com. You can see it's probably the worst first pitch I've ever seen from an athlete.
No, there's no question about it.
Right?
There's no question about it.
I mean, the ball literally he throws it, the ball goes straight down into the ground.
It was horrid. It was just, Smalls throws better than Denard Robinson did.
So Kaepernick comes out there, he did the little kiss, that's your move now in the bedroom, isn't it, Knocker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kiss the arms?
That's right there,
before,
baby.
is that for Wendy, right before she gets in bed?
Right.
That's
Check
right.
these out.
I work it out.
I work out. Elliptical, baby.
Exactly.
I would love to taste you.
I'd love to taste you would. All right, but Colin comes out, throws an 87-mile-an-hour first pitch.
It was
strike.
awesome.
Check it out right here. You can listen to it.
Pick of the Chicago, late round draft pick of the Chicago Cubs, Colin Kaepernick. He had a 92-mile-an-hour fastball as a high school pitcher and turned down a ton of Division I baseball scholarships. He had only one football offer, and that was at the University of Nevada.
And I hope he let Sergio Romo know he was coming.
Round draft pick of the Chicago Cubs, Colin Kaepernick. He had a 92-mile-an-hour fastball as a high school pitcher and turned down a ton of Division I baseball scholarships. He had only one football offer, and that was at the University of Nevada.
And I hope he let Sergio Romo know he was coming with the heat, not the breaking ball. That's some good stuff.
He's a good guy. One of those guys I can see going out there and helping kids out.
Incredible season by the San Francisco 49ers.
Some funny commercials here or there.
Yeah,
I think he's
I
got
don't think he takes himself all that seriously. What I'm loving about this is the guy catching the ball. I don't know who the catcher is.
Round draft pick of the Chicago Cubs, Colin Kaepernick.
It's the closer.
He had a 92-mile-an-hour fastball as a high school pitcher.
Why am I putting my
and turned
closer out
down
there
a ton
without
of Division I
mask on?
baseball scholarships. He had only one football offer, and that was at the University of Nevada.
And I hope he let Sergio Romo know he was coming with the heat, not the breaking ball.
After that,
that's some good stuff.
But I'm not going to show it.
Incredible season by the San Francisco 49ers.
Exactly. You know his hand is stinging.
You know it.
You know it. From 60 feet, he's throwing 87 miles an hour. That's got to hurt.
You know he closed his eyes. You know he closed his eyes, and he's like,
I like turtles.
He's like, please don't hit me. He's like, oh.
I mean,
look at the camera guy.
Yeah.
The camera guy almost gets hit here. Look at. Oh, there he goes right into him.
I'd have hit him right in the nuts, too. I'd have hit the camera guy right in the nuts,
Seriously.
Too. But look at the other lady. The lady's backing up, too. Like, whoa, this is real shit here.
Exactly.
I think it's awesome.
I think it is awesome. All right, well, more base.
I mean, seriously, what if he throws a strike? I mean, he threw it outside, but what if he throws a strike and it tips off Sergio's glove, who's not used to catching a ball at 87 miles an hour, and plants him right in the nose?
That'd be good.
And let's think about this, people. Maybe somebody should have talked to Colin.
Maybe we should throw out like the bullpen catcher out there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly what they should have done, man.
All right. Well, everyone, some more news in baseball. We got a lot going on. And guys, if you have any questions, comments, give us a call. 855-969-RANT is the number. Everyone's favorite ball player, Alex Rodriguez, in the news again. Everybody loves this guy. I mean, he's just getting, nothing but positive feedback from the media nowadays. And he's now getting more positive feedback from his general manager.
That's awesome.
Brian Cashman came out, I believe, yesterday and basically told Alex Rodriguez to shut the fuck up after A-Rod tweets about his health issues. And that I'm not making that up. I know. I'm not making that up. He literally told Alex Rodriguez to shut the fuck up. Now it says here, Rodriguez, who hasn't played obviously the whole season due to injury and has got involved in another PED scandal, tweeted out over the weekend that he saw the doctor and got the green light to play games. Now this is from Alex Rodriguez's Twitter handle, @ARod. Visit from Dr. Kelly over the weekend, who gave me the best news, the green light to play games again, and Instagrammed a little picture. Now, when GM Brian Cashman was asked about the tweet, here's what Cashman had to say. You know what? When the Yankees want to announce something, we will. Alex should just shut the fuck up. That's it. I'm going to call Alex now.
What? I would have loved to hear that
That's too
conversation.
bad.
I would have loved to hear that conversation, man.
Would you just love to be there?
God, he's never going to see
Brian
Yankee
Cashman's going to tell this once he calls up A-Rod. He's going to be like, you know what, A-Rod? That's right. He's like, you know what, A-Rod? You could just... That's right. Tell him to suck my balls. He'll be like this.
What the fuck do you want?
Very nice.
I'm just going to go through these things right now.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, or else when he calls him up, this is what all these things are what Cashman's going to say when he calls A-Rod. This is what he's going to... Right here.
You are one pathetic loser.
Yeah, that's what he's going to tell him. He might say this to him when he calls him up. Say, hey, A-Rod, you know what?
Anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
He might say that to him. What else would he might say to him here, Knocker? He might give him the old, Ryu. He might even go there. Might even go here.
Shit. You know who I am?
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
Or he might
That's
just
the
do
one
this.
I was thinking about.
He might just that one right there. Or he might just go like this. You know what? Hey, Rod, you're off the team. We just picked up.
I like Mark Sanchez.
We're in New York. Let's bring Sanchez over. Let's bring Sanchez over.
Maybe Tiger. Maybe they'll sign Tiger.
Yeah, maybe they'll sign Tiger. Tiger Woods.
A lot of you don't know what we're talking about on that Tiger one.
You really got to listen to the whole show if you know what we're talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, actually, it's Wimbledon going on right now. Is Tiger in the men's singles, gentlemen's singles this year?
Maybe he's that guy that took out Nadal in the first round. Maybe he did. I don't know. The Yankees, though, obviously would love to avoid this guy's contract. They're not going to be able to get.
Looking for a way.
They're not going to be able to trade this guy. No one's going to take on his salary.
No.
And are you really going to put this guy back on the field?
I don't think so.
You can't.
I truly do not think so.
You can't put this guy back on the field.
I don't think he can perform at the level that.
But you're going to have to continue to pay him. So why not get what you can out of this guy?
What are you going to get? A malcontent on the bench who's asking for phone numbers for hot blondes in the stands? Because basically that's all you got from him last year.
Yeah.
Your team's not doing well, and he's getting phone numbers from blondes up in the stands. Do you really want that on your bench? Really?
I don't know, but do you really want to? I don't know how much talent he can't give you. Oops, my bad. That's mine. Get out of here. It's okay.
Wait a minute. You're right.
No, it's a little crazy in this room right now. I went crazy with my sound effects, and now they're just coming back to haunt me.
It's a frenzy.
It's a frenzy in here.
You know what? If he can do some rehab, and it looks like he still has some skills, yes, I do think you're paying all that money. Yeah. And if the Yankees aren't in the running at the end of the year, maybe he can put some butts in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, to me, he's just a distraction, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any of the talent that he had, and God knows he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You've got to respect that, but there's not much there then.
Now we all know, getting on another story here, Charlie Manuel is the manager of the Phillies. Phillies having a kind of a rough year this year. I believe they're 36-39, or they were around the sub 500
Again,
mark.
a tough year for the Phillies.
Lost over the weekend to the Mets, and Charlie wasn't very happy about it. And if you guys are familiar with Charlie, he's a pretty grumpy old man looking type. Not someone you really want to get into a big old conversation about, but this is what he had to say following the Mets and Phillies loss to a reporter here. Tried to ask him some stupid questions.
Howard, if I knew that, I would fix it. Stop thinking about that. Is the rest of the lineup going to be fine?
The point is,
Hey, do I know if the rest of the lineup is going to be fine? If I knew that, don't you think I'd do something about it? Does anybody else know that, Howard? Do you know it?
Okay.
I don't think so. I know you don't know it, matter of fact.
Okay.
Hey, who does know it?
Okay, but the point is there anything left to do if the rest of the lineup?
I don't know what I can do, Howard.
Okay.
If we don't hit and score runs, I don't know what we can do. I don't know what nobody else can do about it, and I know you can't do a damn thing about it. So, what else you want to know? Anything else?
Okay.
So he gets up.
You happy?
When are you going to score 10 runs? That's what I want to know.
I knock you out.
I love that. Reporter asks him as he's leaving. Yeah, exactly. Reporter asks him as he's leaving, when are you going to score more than 10 runs? When I knock you out. It's awesome.
Awesome, man.
Again from the Phillies over the weekend, though. Now, home run, when a guy scores game-winning home runs, they come to the plate, everybody jumps on him. Or sometimes they break their ankles in the case of the Angels and Kendry Morales.
That was sad.
But over the weekend, I got to give props up to one of the best celebrations I've seen in a long time here. Now, me and you were big wrestling fans back in the day when Stone Cold and The Rock was there and D-Generation X was there. That's when wrestling was good in its heyday, right?
Absolutely. That was good stuff.
Well, over the weekend, Jimmy Rollins decided to pull down the DX crotch chop. The X crotch chop as the Phillies won the game in the 9th inning.
Ridiculous. Style?
Yeah, walk-off style.
Right.
Alan, could you throw it up here? You got the DX crotch chop? Here it goes. Look at him. Yeah, baby. Yeah, coming to Bob.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
that's good stuff right there.
Is he really that small? He looks like a bat boy.
Yeah, Jimmy Rollins.
He looks like. What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about,
Willis? Willis?
Yeah, he does.
He does from Different Strokes. He looks like Willis.
He does, big time. Again, guys, you guys missed any of the
That's
videos?
awesome.
Check them out. RantRadioNetwork.com. Right now, they are live. That's awesome, huh? Best dance. I love that. Can't beat that. All right, guys. We get back. We're going to take a break here. When we get back on the flip side, another half hour for you guys full of sports news. We got NASCAR news on the flip side. Wild World of Sports. Ask the Knocker is back. You guys have any questions for the Knocker?
Anything. Any
He'll
subject
give it
that
to you.
we proved last week.
Exactly. Encyclopedia of sex, sports, and everything else knows when we get back to the Sportscast.
What is the matter, my young apprentice? You can catch them on RantRadioNetwork.com 24 hours a day. The force is strong with this one.
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69-THE-3-GUYS.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the Three Guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar,
Carlos Medrano, and this is a show where we talk about
comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things.
Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
Tonight's headline story, Rant Radio Network. Miss the show? That's okay. You can catch it 24 hours a day. This just in. Want your own radio show? Call us at 855-969-RANT. That is 855-969-7268. And you'll become the headline.
I used to be the governor, and all I do now is listening to Rant Radio Network. It's funny. It's unpredictable, entertaining. Governor.
Do I even check? I don't even know how to check. You have to show me how to do that.
All right. Back here on the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2, rantradionetwork.com. Appreciate you all listening live. Tune in on your smartphones, iPads, back on your desktops at home, watching us live. Rantradionetwork.com is where you can find us. Any of our past shows, guys, if you missed them, want to go back on demand at thenewsportsguru.com. We have every single one of all of our 87 podcasts there for you guys to go ahead, watch, listen live, spread the word.
Too much goodness.
Too much goodness.
Too much goodness.
We give too much goodness away on this show,
baby,
and it's all free.
It's give.
It's all the free goodness.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get into some NASCAR news.
What are you looking at right there?
I'm looking at Sports Trade X right now.
Are you?
We just looked at it. We had our annual Sportscast Tuesday $100 Pick'em last night. Mm-hmm. It's been going great. I appreciate everyone going to SportsTradeX.com. Big sponsor of the show. When you guys sign up, you get a free $25 bonus if you guys use Sportscast25. Mm-hmm. Is the promotion code there. Free $25 for you guys. Been having a great turnout so far. We host every Tuesday, again, the Pick'em contest. Last night, though, me and Knocker made some waves.
That's right, dog.
Say, nah. Me and you, we had three people tied for first place last night.
All right.
Me and you both went 5-2.
Nice.
Won some money.
That's right, baby.
Won some money.
Cash.
See, we let the people win for the first 2 3. We told them.
Who's the other guy?
Let me see who the other guy is.
Thinks he's as good as we are.
Yeah, the guy that thinks he's as good as us. Let's check it out here. But yeah, like you said, last 2 weeks you've let everyone run us over. I mean, I had 2 and 5 week live. We had to let people play, right?
You don't want to destroy them right out of the gate.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, no one's gonna join otherwise. I mean, we had Curious George was the other entry. Curious George with 5-2. I went 5-2 myself, and so did the Knocker.
Very nice.
You want some money. Again, guys, sign up, sportstradex.com. Again, $25 bonus. Use the promo code SPORTSCAST25, all one word.
It's fun. It's fun.
It is.
And if I can do it, I didn't even have to call you to help me get there and pick it and whatever.
Well, speaking of Sports Trade, we got him on the line.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Ben, speak of the devil. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, guys.
What's happening?
What's going on, Ben?
Great to join you. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying a little bit of a fatter wallet.
Yeah, I just looked up the standings right now. Me and Knocker and another player, Curious George, all tied for first place last night.
I'm going to supersize it.
Yeah, you guys sandbagging the first.
I told you. That's why I said I was sandbagging, wanted people to get in, start playing. Now they do. Now we're gonna start kicking some butt.
It's called the hustle.
Yeah, well, it was good to see you guys atop the standings. The turnout's been great every Tuesday for the $100 Pick'em hosted by Sportscast. Great turnout, and like you said, pretty easy to play, and cash prizes available for that. And every other day on sportstradex.com.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. I want to go over our winning team names because, I love the team names here. Our winning team names, Knocker. I went with the Bubbly Knights, a winner for me. Went with the infielders versus outfielders. Went with the infielders.
Okay.
I got Batter Up. I got the Conniving Cats and the Faithful Foxes. And, of course, who lets me down? Row your canoe, the Yankees.
Of course.
Of course, the Yankees.
All right.
Of course. Knocker, you went with the Trout Fishing,
Mm-hmm.
the Choo Choo Trains, the Faithful Foxes, the Born Identity, and the Conniving Cats. You lost with Hug a Panda and the Angry Armadillos.
Damn armadillos.
That's
Damn
right.
armadillos.
That's right, man. Hey, Ben, we're having a lot of fun with this. A big
Yeah, we are.
turnout. A lot of guys at both our offices are joining. It's been a great time, and I appreciate Sports Trade X. We're going to be still having the Tuesday pickup contest on Tuesday, even though we're off in the next couple weeks. We will still be hosting them, so make sure you guys check the Twitter feed and our Facebook page. We'll be posting all that stuff up there. Ben, we appreciate you calling back in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. And like I threw out last week, for anyone out there on Twitter that wants to name some of the teams,
Yeah.
we'll take those suggestions, even though that's a dangerous proposition.
It is.
We'll take those suggestions and start including some user team names.
Yeah, when are we going to see Knocker's Forearms? We got to see Knocker's Forearms out there pretty soon, right?
That's right, next week.
All right.
For sure.
All right, I'm taking the Knocker's Forearms. All right,
right,
Ben.
baby.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
All right, man.
That's good stuff.
That is good
That's
stuff.
good stuff,
All right. Let's get into some NASCAR news here in just a second. Got to bring up our usual drop. I don't know if I have the Indy drop, Knocker. I don't think I have it.
What?
Yeah, I don't have it.
You don't? Come on.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, wow. It just kind of takes this.
Yeah, it takes the
Kinda
fun out of the
takes
NASCAR
hillbilly
news.
right out
All
of
right,
the
so what's going on with
NASCAR,
NASCAR news?
Okay, well, NASCAR news.
What's going on with it?
Well, if I can find my notes here.
See, I can't find the drop. You can't find your notes.
No, well, here we are.
We're good? Okay.
Okay. AJ Allmendinger.
Yeah.
Okay. He
I
won.
love that name, by the way.
Isn't it awesome?
Allmendinger.
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 I'm a danger.
I'm a danger.
I'm a danger.
Oh!
Why is that?
Dang that.
Hey, man, less than a year after being suspended, he was the one that was suspended for the Adderall. He took the nationwide race this weekend.
Okay.
So, good for him, man. He passed Justin this is a tough name to pronounce, Algair, with 7 laps to go. 2 green-white checkered restarts at the end. So, good for him, man. His Roger Penske stuck by him. He always stuck by him from day one through the suspension. He went through the program that you have to do, and he won the race.
Did it the right way.
Exactly. He didn't whine about it. He didn't cry about it, even though he said, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. Whatever that was. I don't know how it got there.
Yeah.
But he still took his medicine and did the right thing and went through the program, and here we go. Success is going to happen for him. Martin Truex Jr., now talk about a long time between wins.
Long time.
Okay. 218 races without a win.
Wow.
6 years. Okay. 6 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time, man. But he won at Sonoma this week, only 8 short of tying the record set by Bill Elliott. Okay, that's a lot of races to sit your butt down in a car and never see that checkered flag. So, good for him. It was pretty crazy. Paulie Haraka and Alex Kennedy, their day ended early. The call to the track, get all the drivers out there.
Yeah.
Right? They crashed in pit road. They crashed in pit road on the way out.
Nice.
Very nice. These
Good
are professionals.
Stuff. Oh, I saw that. They got rear-ended, right? They got rear-ended. I like that.
A lot of rear-ending going on in NASCAR.
Yeah. Just saying. I hope it's in NASCAR, not in your house. But
just saying.
And I'll throw it to you, sports guru.
On the Ocho.
On the Ocho.
Yeah, Bobby Labonte and Jack Villeneuve, they didn't even get there. Their cars wouldn't start, so they were out of it. It was just a wild, crazy weekend. Kurt Busch.
The Busch. We love the Busch.
This is awesome. You love the Busch.
I love.
A lot of Busch in NASCAR.
Yes.
Gotta love the Busch.
Yes.
Okay. He took a penalty for driving too fast on pit road, right?
Okay.
So as he's going around the track, coming back in to serve his penalty for going too fast in pit road, he drives too fast coming back into pit road and gets another penalty. I mean, hello?
You are one pathetic loser.
Yes, you are.
That's great. Hey, but to show what kind of a great driver that he is, he took those penalties and still finished fourth in the race.
Not bad.
That's awesome, man.
Not bad.
That's awesome. Jeff Gordon was second. Carl Edwards finished third, and like I said, Busch finished fourth. We go to Kentucky.
Kentucky?
We're going to Kentucky.
Yeehaw!
I'm going to go get my sister and go to the race. I'm going to get my sister and go to the race.
We love all those people in the South. I
I've
love
been waiting
them.
for this race for a long time. We're going to have a good time.
They hate you over there.
We're going to have a good time.
Good time. All right. Well, you know, that's a good time.
Okay. Well, hang on.
What do you got?
On a sad note, Bobby Labonte's consecutive start streak is going to end at 704 races. Wow. This streak started in 1993. That's a lot.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's a lot of starts in a row. Jeff Gordon has 705, and he was one behind him. A.J. Allmendinger, again, he's getting one of the cars for JTG Doherty Racing, and Austin Dillon's moving up from Nationwide to run in this race. So Labonte's out, and that's just kind of sad. Your leaders for the chase right now, your top five are Jimmy Johnson, Carl Edwards, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, and Matt Kenseth.
All right.
So the chase is coming up, and it's good stuff.
All right, guys, we're going to get into some Wild World of Sports. If anybody has any questions for Ask the Knocker, you bring them over here.
Bring
all right?
it.
Bring it for the Knocker. All right, let's bring in Wild World of Sports.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport.
Good stuff. All right, this Wild World of Sports report is brought to you by Juicy Whip. You can check them out at juicywhip.com, guys. Best horchata, jamaica, tamarindo, aguas frescas out there you guys can imagine. You guys can find them at Target, Ralph's, Vaughn's. They're all there for you.
It's good stuff.
You can also check them out, Circle K, AM, PM. They're all there for you guys, so check them out, juicywhip.com. All right, guys, Wild World of Sports coming to you. We got a lot of stuff going on. A couple unfortunate events happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
One really scary event that happened at an air show.
Yeah.
Is that you playing music there, Alan? Oh, I like it. I just thought my computer was going crazy again. I like it for Wild World of Sports. Look, you bring it in the background. It's
nice.
He's getting to know us a little better.
He's getting comfy.
He's getting comfy in that chair.
Comfy.
Another office. First one up here, air crash. Over the weekend, had a terrible air crash.
Yeah.
An air show.
Yeah.
You can check out the video right now at rantradionetwork.com. Scary moment, Rant. They're on one of those biplanes at an air show. She's a wing walker.
Yeah, she's walking on
She's
the
walking on the wings. You can check out this plane. Comes down in a little low to the ground, and it's almost looked like they're trying to, I think, fly upside down. Right, Knocker?
Yeah. He flipped the plane upside down and just lost lift, I guess. I don't know, because it went down in a hurry.
And if you guys can't watch the video right now at rantradionetwork.com, we do have it up on our website if you guys want to check it out. Pretty scary. She's coming down right here. Crowd's watching.
Okay,
Plane
flips upside down.
flips upside down.
It looks like it just...
And bam!
Boom. That's just sad.
Burst into a fireball. Obviously dead on contact. Both the plane, the driver of the plane, and the wing walker itself.
But, like you said, if you're going to go, A, it was fast, but B, doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
That's what they love to do. That was their passion, and if you're going to go, that's probably the best way to go, doing something that you love doing.
Best way to go. So, and before you get in, when she signed up for this, she knows what she's getting into.
Oh, yeah.
So, I hate to see anybody go down like this, but this is the kind of stuff that you're signing up for.
They know the dangers. That's the thrill. That's the drug. That's that's why they do it.
Exactly.
So it's tragic. It is tragic.
It is tragic, but it's just a crazy event. Next one, kind of a funny one here.
Okay.
Now, rugby. The man sport.
It's a man sport.
We've brought you a lot of big rugby hits the past month.
You have.
We've covered a lot of
it.
rugby over the last week. Now, you played football, right?
Yes.
Now, when scrums happen, what goes on in a scrum? I just want what's the worst you've seen or heard about someone doing in a scrum?
Oh God, pinching, grabbing, little titty twisters down there and stuff. Just punching.
What about anything? What about anything coming into like the man region?
I'm sure it happens. It's never happened to me, but I'm sure it happens.
Because you do wear cups, right? I'm guessing.
Some do, some don't.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's meet Samoa, rugby player.
Samoa, yeah.
Samoa. Okay. It was South Africa was playing Samoa over the weekend, a rugby match, which they're absolutely getting destroyed, 56-23.
That's destroyed.
Okay. So Samoa's James Solowia was obviously frustrated by the blowout and the way the game was going. So he decided to take his frustration out on the balls of South Africans Adrian Strauss.
Take matters into his own hands, so to speak.
Check out the video here, rantradionetwork.com. In the scrum happens, okay? Comes out, it's like, the music, everyone's fighting. And all of a sudden, someone comes up swinging. What happened? What? Who hit me in the balls? It's on. Like Donkey Kong, baby.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Comes up swinging. That's Wild World of Sports for you right there. I mean, these guys are crazy. Now, what would you do, Knocker, if you were in the scrum in football, and someone went down for your junk and tried to dismember you?
I'd be a little upset. Yeah, I'd go after him.
You go after him?
Hell yeah.
So would I.
Come on, man. You can't be doing that kind of stuff.
I can't. You cannot.
Look at this guy.
That's the guy that got his nuts ripped off. Look at him.
He's hurting.
It's a white boy that's hurting right there.
That was a full-on grab because he's hurting, man. That's a big boy.
Exactly.
Ow.
Those rugby players, man, you got to give them some credit. You guys want to check out the video again at our website, thenewsportsgrid.com, where you can find all the stuff there. All right, next up here. Dwayne Wade won a championship over the weekend.
Yes, he did.
Or over the past week with the Heat. Dwayne Wade has sons, okay, and obviously going to bring him up playing basketball.
You would think.
Now, Chabbies, I hate to throw you under the bus here, but I'm like you. I'm out there. Some kids are really good when they're small.
Right.
Okay. Chabbies ended up tearing his Achilles because his little daughter took him to school.
The white mamba?
The white mamba took him to school. And so, sorry, Chabbies. But check out this video here. I found this video. Dwayne Wade, 5th grade. He's one of the highest touted 5th graders, I guess, out there.
Oh, Lord.
And this guy in this camp, check him out, Knocker. This kid can put you to work right here. This guy make you look absolutely silly. 5th grader. I can't dribble the balls between my legs. Did I say that right? I can't dribble the balls.
Dribble the balls between my legs.
I can't do it. Check out Dwayne Wade's son, though, here, man. Look at him. Guy's gangster.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good for a 5th grader, right?
Oh, behind the
back. Swish. Look at this guy. Right, this guy.
Oh, between the leg crossover.
For the 3-pointer.
Set shot for 3.
Guy's just nailing it down. It's good stuff, Knocker, huh?
Look at that.
I know. Wild World of Sports right here on Sportscast.
You better be careful, though. He going to be doing that, and someone's just going to be tired of it.
I know.
They're just going to drop him.
They are going to drop him.
You know, come on, man.
They are.
How you like that?
How you like me now? All right.
Put him on his back, man.
They should.
Come in the paint again.
They should. Cover the paint again. Exactly. All right, guys. We got about 10 minutes left here on the show. I want to get to Ask the Knocker. Now, Knocker, we got a question coming in here. It has to do with sex life. Okay?
But of course.
Guy wants to know, should I be offended if my girlfriend/wife asks me to use a certain toy in the bedroom? Should I take that as an offense? Or should I just go with it because it makes the experience more pleasurable for her? Whoa! Now you see where I'm getting at here, Knocker?
Oh, I see where you're coming from, but
I don't want to get too dirty with it, but yeah. Let's just say a vibrator in the bedroom. Okay?
It's a sports show.
It is a sports show, okay? Vibrator in the bedroom, yes or no?
Well, if you're there, if you're sharing the experience.
I love how uncomfortable I make you on this show
You're
right
making
now.
me uncomfortable.
Yeah, you are. You're so uncomfortable right now answering this question.
It's because I know my wife's probably going to watch this show.
I know.
She's probably not going to be real happy about this. But anyway.
Okay.
Show must go on. You asked me a question.
Yes.
I'm bound
It's Ask the Knocker
to answer. I don't think it's a problem.
You don't think it's a problem?
No.
It doesn't make you any less of a man?
I don't think so because she's not doing it alone.
Okay.
Okay, and even that wouldn't be a problem. Okay? But at least she's asking you to participate and not somebody else.
So this guy he shouldn't take offense to the fact that his wife wants to bring a vibrator in the bedroom because it stimulates her more, helps it out. Not saying he's any less, like he's not doing his job.
Hey, you gotta experiment.
Experiment, right? Have a little fun with it.
Okay, all she's saying is, let's have a little fun. Let's do something a little different.
Still something a little different. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She's not saying you're a lousy lover.
Not at all.
She's willing to have sex with him.
Yeah.
Hey. Right? She's willing to have sex with him. He can't be all that bad.
It's all good then, right?
Right? Yeah.
Take it while you can.
Exactly.
Take it while you can.
Exactly. If she's allowing you to participate, then that means there's still something there. There's still a spark.
Okay.
All she's doing is say, hey, let's have a little fun. Let's change it up.
Okay.
A little
Got
bit.
another question coming in here for Ask the Knocker.
Wow.
Over this past weekend, former Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood was reportedly found a body in Belmont Harbor. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Says here, Wood made the discovery at 11:10 a.m. while enjoying the day on the water. 36-year-old Wood then notified police, who took over the investigation. The victim was described as a 40-year-old man who had gone missing from the local nursing home in June. Now, my question is to you. If you were on a stroll, walking down, you end up running into a dead body, what would be your first thing you would do? Would you scream like a little girl and get the monkey hands like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God?
No, that'd be you.
Yeah,
that would be you.
What would you do? Would you flip over the body and see what this guy died from? Do you touch the body? What would you do if you were just walking along, found some dead guy in a river?
Dude, I work in Watts. I deal with this all the time. Okay? Bodies on the ground, motionless.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, it would, with my CPR training.
Try getting the guy mouth to mouth?
My little card here. Well, I would definitely check. I would definitely stop down and check to see if the guy was breathing or if he was dead or not. Absolutely. I couldn't just walk on by if that's what you're asking. You see if he's alive or if he's dead, and then, call 911 if he's alive and administer if you know first aid, you administer first aid. If not, if you can bring him back to consciousness, great. If he's conscious, then you try and comfort him and wait for the help to arrive. But most definitely, you don't just walk by. No.
Okay. I got a couple for you here. I've got a couple for you. Knocker,
Nice.
coming in here now.
Okay.
I know you're a big golfer.
Yes.
Right? Big golfer.
Yes.
Have you ever gotten really upset at a time during golf? I know it's a dumb question, but I'm sure
What
you
are you
have,
kidding?
right?
Of course I have.
Now, have you ever played with a caddy?
No.
No? In golf, okay? In golf.
Have I ever had someone caddy,
yes, caddy
for me?
for you, yes.
Okay. No.
No? Okay, well, over the weekend, our boy John Daly didn't have a very good shot, so he ended up taking it out on his caddy.
Okay.
Ended up throwing his ball and his putter at the caddy.
Really?
At the Travelers Championship this past weekend. Now, my question is to you.
Mm-hmm.
If I was your caddy and you messed up on a shot, what would you take anything out on me?
If you were my caddy?
Yeah, and I told you, hey, Knocker, looks like you need to use like a 5-iron on this shot. It's looking good. Then you end up coming up a little short on the hole. Cost you the game. You going to blame me or is that on you?
Oh, it's on me.
It's on the golfer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Daly was totally in the wrong on that. And if I was the caddy,
yeah,
I'd have dumped his clothes out and I'd have said, "You carry bag, fat boy. I'm done with you."
So he had an Asian caddy?
I don't know, just thinking, just playing. Well, you carry bag, fat boy.
You carry bag, fat boy.
Uh-huh. You look like you could use a little weight loss. Shitty golfer.
All right, last question here for Ask the Knocker.
Golfer.
Shitty golfer.
I'm caddying for a loser.
All right, this past weekend we had a big upset in tennis. Nadal was knocked out in the first round by the 157th ranked player.
Right.
My question is to you. With this recent event and this huge upset, what is the biggest upset in your mind in sports history?
There's two that come to mind.
Okay, give them to me.
Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Because no one ever expected that in a million years.
And North Carolina State winning the NCAA basketball championship over Phi Slama Jama back in the 80s.
Those are your two biggest upsets ever?
In sports, yes.
Really? I'm surprised you left out Miracle.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that one just...
It's It's got to be up there, though, right?
Absolutely.
It's
The
gotta be up there.
1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team upset of the Soviet Union. Yes,
definitely. It's going to be crazy.
Absolutely, that is right up there.
Okay, well, want to get the last 5 minutes in. I know everybody. We told you we're going to take a 2-week break hiatus here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to come back in 2 weeks. Going to be covering a lot of college football. We're going to be previewing the college football season and the NFL season. If you guys have been listening to the show for a while, you guys do know we are a huge football show. It's what drives the audience. We have a lot of NFL players. We'll be starting our Sportscast Fantasy Football League. We're already going to start taking applicants for that. It fills up really quick.
Yes, it
We're
does.
going to be doing the same thing as we did this year with the baseball. We're going to put them all in a hat, pick out. But that's the only way to do it fair, because I don't know how else to do it, because I don't want to, pick and choose people.
Sure.
Saying who's favorites, who we like better. But you guys, make sure you guys send an email to sportscastthn@gmail.com. Again, that's sportscastthn@gmail.com. Start sending your applicants. We'll go ahead and start taking them in. We'll do the drawing a couple of weeks before the season starts, set up the whole date and everything.
That's a good time, man. It's a good league.
It is. It's a fun time.
Yep.
It's real competitive. We get out a good prize at the end. So, guys, if you want to play and join, also, another guys, for those that don't play fantasy and don't know a lot about fantasy, you guys can join our Pick'em League. We're gonna we're gonna do our daily Pick'em League.
Pick'em League, okay.
We're gonna have a number of people. You can have hundreds of people sign up, so there is no limit to that. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and set up the link when we come back. It'll be on our website. It's easy to sign in. It's on ESPN. All it is, each week we go over each game. Gonna give out our picks out. We keep a record of it all the way to the end of the season. Again, we give out a nice prize at the end. It's all fun for everybody.
Nice.
It's really fun. And, we're going to have our Pigskin Pick'em show on Toad Hop Network. We got a show later tonight, 5 to 6, ToadHopNetwork.com. We're going to get some fun stuff there. Knocker, I'm glad to be here at Rant Radio.
Absolutely.
I'm going to miss it for the next 2 weeks.
Good times, yeah.
But we will be back in 2 weeks, guys. If you miss anything, want to catch up, download our show on iTunes. Search Sportscast. All of our old podcasts and shows are up at thenewsportsguru.com. So check them out there. You can catch Knocker on Twitter at BudKnocker. You can follow me at New Sports Guru. I want to thank all the VIPs, all the sponsors,
Thank
Sports
you
Trade
so
X,
much. Absolutely.
Juicy
You make
Whip,
it happen.
Fireman's Brew, PW Construction, Camino Real Chevrolet, everybody that's been made this thing possible this second season.
Hopefully we're picking up a couple more.
Yeah, hopefully
when
get a
come
couple
back.
more sponsors when
Yeah.
we come back. We're going to be in our third season here on the show. It's been a great ride so far. Starting out in a garage, in Frank
Unbelievable.
Kramer's garage, going to the studios at John Lovett's, now in Hollywood, now over here at Rant Radio Network. It's just been a great journey. Fun to have you along for the ride, Knocker. It's been fun.
Thank you.
It's good
Appreciate
stuff.
it, man.
All right, guys. That's been it for over here on the Sportscast. Again, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/newsportsguru. Also on Twitter at sportscast_THN. We'll be back in 2 weeks, guys. Alan, thanks again on the board. And thank you all. You guys have a safe 4th of July, everybody. No drinking and driving.
Safe and sane. Do
Safe
not
and sane.
drink and drive.
All right. We love
Do
you guys
not.
all. Sportscast fans, we love you guys. We appreciate it. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Coming to you live from the Rant Radio Network studios, it's the Sportscast with your host, the Sports Guru and BudKnocker. Call the